All right, welcome back. It is Tuesday, the day before Wednesday, but we're going to be busy tomorrow, but we're excited to have Brock here. Brock, let's go back to the beginning. When did you first hear about Gateway Woods?
Growing up in Laddie, Ohio, just always kind of knew of Gateway Woods, but didn't quite fully understand what Gateway did or what it was all about until about 2012 when I did the Top Quality program,
Okay.
Summer program that's no longer in existence. But it was a great experience. I had 5 kids, and we would go off campus and do landscaping jobs, kind of odds and ends, and it was a good first step into Gateway and just working with the kids and their issues and really serving them.
Okay. So 5, I mean, that seems more than normal for Top Quality.
Yeah, it was a good learning experience, like I said. Started with 5, and then throughout the summer, a couple of them transitioned out of Gateway, and actually ended with 1.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah, it ended on good terms.
Very good. So, how did you hear about the Top Quality, or what kind of promotion?
I actually applied for a teaching position
Okay.
at Gateway Woods, and it was already filled by the time I got around to applying, and this was offered, and I accepted, and it actually was a gateway into teaching a few years later when I came back and taught science for 4 years.
Very good. So, let's go back even further. So, where did you go to school, and what was your degree?
So I went to school at University of Northwestern Ohio.
Okay.
I got a bachelor's in marketing and business admin, and then I went back to school for teaching at
Okay.
Bluffton University. It's a Christian university in Bluffton, Ohio, and kind of fell into teaching that way. Taught public school for a year, and then came over here to Toledo, and one opportunity led to another, and ended up at Gateway.
Very good. So, after you did the Top Quality, what kind of preconceived notions did you have after that summer? It's like, were you just kind of thrown in, wow, this is Gateway, or was it kind of a slow drip?
This is Gateway.
Yeah.
It was a hot summer. We didn't have power for a week due to a storm that came through. So there's a lot of adversity and challenges that came with that. But when I came back to do the teaching job, it was good to have that context of what I'm getting into. How can I serve the residents, serve their families? I had a better understanding what I needed to do as an individual to meet those needs.
Very good. So, just from the culture of Gateway, 2012, we're obviously 2019. So, over the 7 years, what are some big differences you've seen, kind of just as a whole, or even in the school?
I would say, as a whole, I think the organization is making strides at trying to work together. All departments work together to serve the mission. They see House and the school and the counselors all kind of teaming up, which wasn't the case. At least I didn't feel that was the case in 2012. Methods of communication are now in place that were not in 2012 compared to 2019. The school staff is now part of the residential team and a part of scoring and the whole treatment aspect of it, more hands-on and involved, which I think is a lot more beneficial.
Very good. So, and how, you were a science teacher, how long were you in that role?
4 years.
Okay. And then you said you did the 1 year in public school.
Yeah.
What is a big, contrast or difference between the two?
I would rather teach at a school like Gateway because you don't have to deal with parents.
Okay.
Which is kind of nice as a teacher,
Yeah.
because every parent thinks their child is perfect. I think
Sure.
we can relate to that.
Yeah.
But and here at Gateway, it's more one-on-one. You can build those relationships with those students. Instead of having 100 kids, you can have 20 and
Sure.
just have a lot more quality time with them.
Very good. So, what did you teach in public school?
I taught vocational ag, so I taught all the agricultural science classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And you came here and you taught science. Which subjects of science were you teaching?
All of them, biology, chemistry, earth, space, health, so all the good ones. Anatomy.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So, just for, I think I know this, but maybe the general public here doesn't know. So, how does Gateway decide which classes to provide for the kids here?
With my current job as a director of education, when a new kid arrives at Gateway, one of the first things that I do is assess their needs, their academic needs and credits, and then compare that to the rest of our student population and try to do the best we can to work towards the highest academic need of our student body
Okay.
and assign classes that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then sometimes I see kids kind of on their own. So is that kind of more of an e-learning, or how's that?
So Gateway Woods School specializes in credit recovery, and we do offer online classes to assist with those kids making up their credits. So if you see a kid on a laptop, a lot of times they're working on a class that we may not be able to offer traditionally, but they can still earn that credit during their time here.
Okay, very good. So what is one thing that you've learned over your basically 7 years in and out of Gateway here?
I've learned that perspective and respect are different compared to where you grew up in your culture in which you came from.
Yeah.
Perspective is everything. These kids may have different ideas on what respect or cooperation looks like compared to white middle class, which tends to be most of the staff here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting to pick their brains and to have an understanding of what they view as value or moral or, like I said, respect.
Okay. Very good. And so what is kind of a fun memory or a funny memory that you have?
Oh man, class-wise or gateway-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably my fondest memory would have to be the day the raccoon was on campus. I still have that email thread from all the staff members. When I need a good laugh, I just go back and read that, and I still have it in my mind, visual, step by step of what took place.
Yeah, that was like right outside my window, but I was like totally oblivious. I don't remember any of that, which is very sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good day.
So for me, just kind of now working in the school, I really appreciate just kind of seeing Gateway from a whole different perspective. I mean, obviously as a house parent, and then you're kind of in the admin building. Now I'm in the school. I feel like I'm getting full circle here, and I'm just impressed how well the school's run. Like you mentioned, the respect. I feel the kids are overly respectful, and it's a calming environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to that.
Well, thank you. We try to create a nurturing and safe environment. With the trauma that these kids experience, that's our number one goal, is therapeutic setting.
Yeah.
And if the kid can feel safe, then the kid can learn, and then the kid can open up to treatment. And a lot of that begins with having a dress code and then having structure in place for those kids in the school. So, thank you.
Yeah, very good. Emily, do you have any questions or?
What did you find the most challenging about doing top quality?
The most challenging about top quality, finding jobs that the kids would not complain about. Yeah, that seemed to be the theme. No matter if it was landscaping or pulling weeds, there was always a complaint. It was good for them though. It was
Yeah.
The program was good. Which Farms has kind of stepped in and taken over that role, but it was good to teach them a work ethic during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the biggest challenge.
Very good. So now, Director of Education, what is kind of one thing that is surprising to you compared to the role as a teacher?
Just the amount of behind-the-scenes paperwork that takes place just to keep this operation going.
Yeah.
Whether it's the school or being part of the residential leadership team, assisting with intake. There's just a lot of behind-the-scenes that I didn't realize or appreciate until I transitioned into this role. So it was good, or kind of helped me understand that although it may appear that there's not a lot going on, there's always something going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, very good. So now, congratulations, new dad.
Thank you.
So talk about that a little bit. How that's going.
4 weeks on Sunday. Bristol Christine, she had her monthly appointment this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, up to 10 pounds and
Nice.
22 inches, so she's growing. Yeah, it's been a beautiful challenge, staying up at night and staying up on the weekends, but it's been good.
Good. Yeah, now having 4 in our house, not quite that young, but past couple nights, yeah, I've just kind of found myself at some point in the night wedged between our 3.5 and 2-year-old, and they're snoring and slobbering and whatever. I'm just tucked in there, but part of being a dad.
Yeah, yeah, I got my dad bod going on, so it's been good.
Very good. So, what is one thing that just gets you excited about working here at Gateway?
the relationships, not just the relationships with the kids, but also the relationships that I've made with my coworkers. This is a hard job. I don't care if you're in residential or admin or foster care. It's a challenge, and it's a good challenge. But when you go through crisis moments, or when you work through something hard with someone, you can build a relationship with that person, and those bonds tend to last. And that's what I've come to appreciate the most during my time here.
Very good. Yeah, no, I would just really echo that, just the culture, the community, the family aspect of Gateway. When new staff comes in, I really kind of use that, just like welcome to the Gateway family, because it does feel like an extension of my own family or whatever, nuclear family. But yeah, now being here, I guess 6 odd years, so our timelines are pretty close. Yeah, I've sensed that growth to the maturity of the mission, and then just me being in different roles. It's really cool, and I'm just very thankful to be here.
Yeah.
So what is one thing that gives you anxiety? We all have that.
Probably Friday anxiety at about 4 o'clock. No. I'd have to go back to the family aspect of it, of when, now that I'm in a leadership role, providing for my staff, making sure I'm meeting the needs of my staff. I felt some anxiety there, making sure they're taken care of and provided for, and that I can give them the tools that they can do their job efficiently.
Very good.
And most of the time that comes in the form of donuts.
Yeah, food goes a long way. Everyone can relate to food, so donuts and ice cream.
That has been a huge perk working over here. So I guess alongside that, so how the people watching, or the people that will watch this, how could they specifically pray for the school, or what are some needs for you individually, or just the school staff in general?
We have 2 new teachers at Gateway this year, and they're doing a phenomenal job. But being a first-year teacher can be tough wherever you're at. So I just pray for the entire staff. They have patience and wisdom with the kids, and that they can continue to provide a Christian education during their time.
Very good. All right. Do you have anything else to add?
I do not.
Okay. Well, thanks. I really enjoyed this. So as you heard from Brock, continually pray for the school, the staff, the kids, and we still have a need for house parents, so continually pray for that. The openings, if it's you or somebody that you know, contact us today. And then we're already in October, so here in about 18 days is the Hog and Jog on the 19th. Sorry, my math is not good, but it is on the 19th. You can find it on our website. We hope to see you there. You don't have to run, but you do have to eat the hog afterwards. That is mandatory, so we'll see you then. Thanks for everybody sharing and partaking in the Hog and Jog video. So those that have shared are entered in, so your name is in this bowl. So we're gonna have Brock draw one name out for free registration. And if you've already registered, don't worry, you will get a check on race day.
Jessica Edelman-ish.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations, Jessica. Hopefully I see you on the Hog and Jog. So see you later.